Today I wanted to talk about a book I finished recently, which is Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami, full name there. I pretty much knew when I bought the book that I was going to want to make a video on it, just because I see so many debate and conflicting views on Murakami's work. He seems to stir up so much debate, so when I saw this absolutely beautiful cover in the bookshop, I knew that I wanted to pick up a copy and give him a try. I just think this is so stunning and lovely. It actually took me a while to realise these are not trees, they are the legs and feet of people, obviously one standing away and the other two facing. Yeah, I just think it's beautiful. It absolutely stood out to me on the shelf. So even though I wasn't familiar with the title, I was drawn to it. Even though I had kind of seen all the debates about Murakami's work online, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect from this, and even now I don't think I could explain the plot of this very well without just telling you the whole story. This is an extremely character-driven story. I think one of the biggest debates, probably specifically about Norwegian Wood, is whether it's a love story. I don't necessarily think it's a love story, and if we were to take it like the conventional love story, yeah, definitely not. This is not a love story. For me, this book is about learning to deal with change. The main character, Watanabe, certainly has a balance in his mind of what has happened to him in the past and where he is going in the future. And I think the whole story is really an inner dialogue of how he's learning to cope with that. He's a university student, so a lot of what is happening in school, and he's obviously meets lots of people and he's getting up to stuff. So there is elements of lots of different parts of life. So yes, some love, also some tragedy and some funny moments. And it really is about how different people deal with things in different ways. So because of what this story is about, it is quite slow, to be honest, and when you're getting into it, it feels a bit like, I wasn't really sure if I was enjoying it at first. But I think as you get to know Watanabe and you get to see all the exciting things he gets up to, it is very interesting. For me, I also liked learning about kind of the Japanese culture, because it's not something I know a great deal about, but I am interested in it. Although I did read the part in the back, which I can't remember if it was the editor's note or who it was who said it, but they were saying how it's not very typical life. It is obviously dramatised and lots of exciting stuff happens to him, otherwise it wouldn't be a very interesting read. But I did think it was nice seeing that Japanese culture and what he thought, and yeah, like I said, I just can't explain the plot very well without giving anything away, and I wouldn't want to give anything away because I really enjoyed going into it without a lot of expectation. I can certainly see why Murakami stirs a lot of debate. Just reading a little bit about his life, he seems like a very mysterious man and that he doesn't really want to talk about much, so I guess he doesn't give much guidance on what he was thinking while he was writing this. But his writing's so beautiful. The way he draws on kind of pathetic fallacy, I thought was very beautiful, and especially the way he describes Japan and the culture. It's somewhere I'd really like to go and see, especially with the way he describes it. So this is unfortunately the only thing I've read by him so far, but I'm sure I would love to go out and buy a lot more. I'm really interested in finding out more of what he's done, whether this is similar to all his work, whether this is something very different. If you want to try something that's more inner dialogue and character driven and part of a different culture, then I would definitely recommend Norwegian Wood. I thought it was a lovely story. So yeah, that was my thoughts. If anybody else has read this and they would like to let me know what they thought in the comments, I always appreciate it. I feel like I say this every time, but I'm not very good at expressing my views on the camera, so I do find doing the reviews hard, but it's nice in the comments when we can all talk, and you know, that's kind of easier for me. So if you do have any questions, I'm happy to answer them there. Oh, sat on the floor, my feet hurt. yes, and that's my quick summary on Norwegian Wood by Murakami. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.